video is made possible by our loyal Patreon supporters. Visit patreon.com. Hey, it's Corrina, your virtual health coach, and I'm very excited to announce that we have just launched our new app, Serene, home to all of our relaxation and sleep-related content. From massage videos, guided meditations, relaxing yoga, ASMR videos. So I hope that you will check it out. You can simply visit serene.team or search for Serene in the App Store. So in honor of our new app, I thought I would do a video all about sleep and sharing with you some simple tips and tricks that you can use if you suffer from insomnia or maybe just feel like you're waking up not rested. Sometimes it's just so frustrating when we feel like we got plenty of sleep, but for some reason we still feel exhausted. So thank you so much for joining me in this video, and let's go ahead and share the first tip. Many of our subscribers don't see our videos. Make sure that you click the notification bell. And if you haven't already, follow us on social media for tips, tutorials, giveaways, and daily inspiration. So if we were to ask the question, why does it take so long to fall asleep? Or why do I have such a hard time falling asleep? It's often because our body and our subconscious really requires a stress-free environment in order to let the body fall asleep. So simply to protect us, our body is really designed to stay awake when there are potential dangers present. So one of the big reasons we can't fall asleep is that our subconscious is actually perceiving threats or perceiving danger. Now, oftentimes you're in your room, your door is locked, there really are no immediate threats. But what's happening is that the brain is still in such a kind of hyperdrive from our day that all of those worries or maybe anxieties that we're experiencing throughout the day are actually signaling danger to our subconscious and preventing us from being able to fall asleep. So the first tip is signaling safety to your subconscious, and this has two parts. So one of them is actually maybe having a symbol of safety with you at night. So a great example is a teddy bear. So even though the teddy bear doesn't necessarily protect us, it does serve as a bit of a safety cue for us. So at night, when we couldn't sleep as children, maybe it's because we didn't have our teddy bear. And part of the reason that we find so much comfort and safety is not only the nostalgic aspect, but just the conditioning. That if we were sleeping with that binky or sleeping with that teddy bear every night, that our body comes to associate that with sleep. So you don't necessarily have to use a teddy bear. Maybe it's just your pillow or your blanket. But the more that you start to maybe think about the safety associated with it, or maybe try a weighted blanket. A weighted blanket can kind of add that additional feeling of comforting and safety. Then that can be a really great safety cue to help you fall asleep. So then the second part of this tip is calming the internal chatter that can create that perceived feeling of fear. But it can really be a challenge to slow down our thoughts and calm our mind at the end of a day where our mind has just been going 100 miles a minute. So there are a couple of things that you could do, like guided meditations or listening to ASMR videos. We have a lot of people that comment on our massage videos that those videos help them fall asleep at night. And a couple of reasons why these types of things are so helpful for helping you sleep. Number one, rather than just trying to tell your mind to stop thinking about the past or the future, you're actually distracting your mind with something. So a guided meditation is actually giving you something to focus on to help you keep your attention from going into those worrisome places. When it comes to ASMR videos or maybe massage tutorials, we could talk about the pacing. So the person is just speaking more slowly. That starts to calm you down. And there's also that nurturing, calming attitude that the presenter will typically have that also aids in this effect. So once again, this leads me back to the Serene app, where we have hundreds of videos like this that can help you sleep. And again, I know we post a lot of content here on YouTube, but this is just a tiny percentage of all of the content we create. So if you join the Serene team, check out the app, you'll unlock all of our premium content, and I really do feel like it can help you sleep. So I hope that you will check it out. Tip number 2 is breathing slowly and working to extend your exhales so that they're longer than your inhales. Now, one of the big reasons that this is so effective for helping you sleep is that it also kind of signals safety to the body. So ordinarily, when your subconscious is trying to figure out if you're in a safe place or in a fight or flight, dangerous type of place, a lot of that signaling actually comes from your breath. So really shallow breathing and very quick exhales signal to your body that there's something stressful, right? This immediately is going to send signals to your nervous system that it's time to release some cortisol and prepare the body to fight or flight. Whereas if you have extended breathing and you can actually slow down your exhales, this immediately signals safety to your nervous system, because there's no way that you would ever be breathing like that in a dangerous situation. Tip number 3 is to consider the amount of toxins and allergens that you might have in your bedroom. And just thinking about the proximity of your face to your pillow, okay? If your pillowcase is dirty, or if you're using a really old pillow that's maybe accumulated a lot of dead skin cells and other bad things that might be in the air, then that can really, really disturb your sleep. And especially if you're someone who wakes up really sniffly or maybe sneezes a lot when you wake up first thing in the morning, those are good indications that maybe you need to either wash your bedding, replace your pillow, or maybe even consider non-toxic pillows and beddings. So this is my pillow right here. It's what's called a kapok pillow. So it's this incredible natural fiber. I'll show you the brand here. So my pillow is by White Lotus Homes. This is organic, natural bedding. And the kapok pillow that I have here is naturally antibacterial, and it's super soft. I really love it. It's so comfy. I also have one of their regular organic cotton pillows. It's also super soft. It's just maybe a little bit more firm than this one. But the bottom line is that using memory foam and a lot of the other, cheap type of ingredients that a lot of our pillows and bedding are made from can actually be home to a lot of toxins already. So if you buy a product like that and you take it out of the package and it has kind of a chemically smell, that's a good sign that there's some weird chemicals in that pillow or in that bedding. So I encourage you to consider investing in a natural, maybe even organic pillow. Again, partly because of just the proximity to your face. And I really do feel that you'll notice you breathe more easily while you're sleeping, and you will wake up feeling more rested if your body is able to be taking in nice, full, clean breaths throughout the night. Tip number 4. Most of us have heard by now that we should reduce our screen time, or computer, phone, TV time, a couple of hours before bed. And that's partly because that flashing light in our eyes signals to our subconscious that it's daytime, right? So modern ages are awesome, but the fact that we have the ability to be in light 24 hours a day has actually done a number on our body's ability to know when it's supposed to sleep or not. And that's kind of compounded by the fact that most of us have a slightly varied sleep schedule. By that I just mean we go to bed and we wake up at different times throughout the week. So I'll talk a little later about how we can actually reset our circadian rhythms and help our body to naturally know when it's supposed to sleep. But first, I want to go back to that piece about light. So the artificial light that comes from our electronic devices is often blue and it's often flashing, and that is a big disruptor of sleep or preventer of us being able to fall asleep. I also want to just talk about sleep masks. So part of the reason that we want to avoid that artificial light before bed is that one of the only ways that our body knows it's time to sleep is the absence of light. So there are melatonin supplements that you can take, but I honestly believe that the healthiest way to boost our melatonin is to boost our body's own production of melatonin. And your body only produces melatonin in the absence of light, hence the sleep mask. So for me, even if I feel wide awake, once I put on the sleep mask and everything goes dark, within a couple of minutes, I start to immediately feel super relaxed and sleepy, even in the middle of the day. So I encourage you to, number one, try to reduce your artificial light a couple hours before bed. And if you do have to be on an electronic device, you can oftentimes shift it to more of a reddish tone, reducing the blue, making it a little bit more red. That can also help. And if you're just around light, or maybe you have a roommate who stays up later than you, consider a sleep mask, or maybe using a scarf or a long sleeve shirt in place of a sleep mask. Point being, get yourself into a place where there is no light, and that will be a big trigger for your body to fall asleep. So in closing, I just want to mention a couple of other tips, and I encourage you to check out part 2 of this video to learn a little bit more about some of these ideas. First of all, I have my pink Himalayan salt lamp here. This is a great example of a kind of reddish hue nightlight. So kind of getting back to that idea of reducing the blue light before bed, I like to use my pink Himalayan salt lamp. It creates this nice warm glow and has other benefits of Himalayan salt lamps that I talked about in other videos. I also have a couple of items here. So essential oils, this is a really nice foot soak. And the whole idea behind these items is to create a nighttime ritual of things that start to signal sleep. So aromatherapy is a big part of my own personal sleep routine. So I like, if I have time, to actually do a nice foot soak. Soaking the feet is also a wonderful way to just relax the body in general, but for me, it really helps me feel sleepy and tired. You could also play with aromatherapy, so maybe diffusing some of these oils, or even dropping a little oil on maybe the edge of your sleep mask or the edge of your pillow if you don't have an actual diffuser. And then lastly, I have these couple of sprays. So I'll talk about magnesium in part 2 of the video. But this is a great example of a little stress relieving spray. This one contains patchouli and bergamot, which are kind of known to stimulate the secretion of serotonin, which can be very relaxing and anxiety relieving. And the bottom line is really just to find aromas that you enjoy and that you find relaxing. So lavender is a great example, but if you don't like lavender, then maybe you try other oils like chamomile. Sweet orange can be a really nice relaxing smell as well. I also really like ylang-ylang and eucalyptus. And it's less important which oils you choose, but most importantly, to find oils or aromas that you enjoy and that you find relaxing. So it doesn't necessarily have to be lavender. You just might go and experiment with smelling different oils and seeing which ones you like. Part of this is just signaling to your body that it's time to sleep and time to relax. I really hope that you'll join me for part 2 of this video. I have a lot more tips to share with you, and you can check out serene.team to learn more about our app. or just search for Serene in the App Store and you will see us there. It is a free app and there is a lot of free content available. If you decide that you want to upgrade and join the Serene team, then you'll actually be able to unlock even more content, and you're helping to support us, and we super duper appreciate that. So I hope you'll check it out. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them for me. I always love hearing from you guys, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.
Introducing Yoga Plus, offering a free series every month with over 300 different videos. Take control of your health. Work out anytime, anywhere. Yoga Plus. Download now for free.